Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years.
Good morning. Oh, welcome to the Center for Creative Living. So glad to have you here. I'm still wearing my outfit from yesterday. How was your Halloween? Did you get lots of treats? Did you have fun? Were you thinking about what all it meant and all the different ways it was celebrated around the world? I know I did, and it was a fantastic day. And you know, we're going to today celebrate with the wonderful Laura Marshall. And she's going to be talking to you about Dia de Los Muertos. And it's going to be interesting to see the celebrations that they have for those who've passed on, celebrating the dead. And we're going to enjoy listening to the different ways that she talks about talking to your spirits, talking to those spirits of your loved ones that have gone on. I'm so glad you're going to be able to join us today. Thank you. The other thing that's happening is next week we're going to be having the Reverend Joan Stutz, and she's going to be talking about journaling. How you journal your spiritual path, how you journal your financial path, how you journal and can put down all those things that are going on. This is an amazing time we're in right now. 40 years from now, people are going to read back and say, wow, look what they went through. Look at those strong women. Look at those strong men and how they faced a pandemic, how they faced economic problems, political problems, interracial problems. They're going to be so amazed at you. We're pioneers. We're doing something that's unique since the Second World War. So think about that when you think about putting down what's going on with you. I know I am. The other thing that we're really looking forward to is each one of you letting us know how you're dealing with what's going on. Now, we send out the CCL Insights, Center for Creative Living Insights, weekly. If you're not getting it, please let us know. And our wonderful Reverend Keith sent in a fantastic story. I like that. You know, all of the people, all of the congregants of CCL have stories. And they're so exciting and so interesting. So please, send in things that you would like for us to have in the CCL Insights or even talk about on Sundays. Because this is your church. Even though we're virtual, and not in our brick and mortar building, it's still your church, your heart, your spirit. And we want you to know that we're here for you. I'm just a phone call away, and I carry my phone everywhere. So if you want somebody to talk to, somebody help you through the difficult times, call me, Reverend Doti Boon, at 408-220-5780. And it doesn't have to be for a psychic reading. It can be for ministerial counseling. Just to let you know that we're here for you. And during this difficult times, our Universal Church of the Master is also here for you. Call them and say, I need to talk to someone. And probably the person answering the phone is going to be Reverend Corry. And she's a delightful person to talk to. And I'm going to ask her, Corry, what's the phone number to UCM? 408-220-5779. One more time.
408-220-5779. Just call me at home. Just call myself.
Okay, did you get that? 408-220-5779, because she's working from home. And she would love to be able to talk to you and let you know that the Universal Church of the Master is also there supporting you during this difficult time.
Also, I wanted to mention that if people want that Laura's going to be talking about. I've got them. Send an email, safecorky at AOL.com, SAFEORTY at AOL.com, and I'll send them to you. Or tomorrow on the chat, I'll tell people again.
Okay, so be on the chat today, okay, and know that you can let Corky know anything that you need about what's going on with UCM, what's happening. Don't feel out of the loop. You're not. We love and support you, and we want you to be able to get in touch with us. And you're going to hear from our wonderful president, Reverend Dr. Ayleen is going to be speaking today, because she's going to be doing the prayer. And she can also tell you how we're there for you. We want you to have some place to call during this difficult time, some place to receive some solace, some counseling, and sometimes just some good humor is needed. Like this outfit. Isn't this fun? I've got stars and I've got moons and I'm in my home office, and yeah. And Halloween is interesting. We're in Halloween, Samhain, Blue Moon, clock changing, Harvest Moon. We're in Dia de Los Muertos. So many things happening right now. Now, don't eat too much Halloween candy. I don't know about you, but I buy bunches for the kids, and sometimes the kids don't get as much as I thought they were going to. Have a great day, and I'll be talking to you later. Bye now.
Well, hello everyone, and good morning. This is Reverend Dr. Ayleen Augustine, and I'm the president of the Universal Church of the Master, and I am also going to be sharing this morning's prayer. And this is Luna. And on Halloween, it is dangerous sometimes to let a black cat out because, there are folks out there who might get a little bit silly around black cats. And also the fact that living in the mountains means that, well, any animal that's out after dark is either predator or prey. So Luna stays inside, and I always think to myself, what if there's like some really cool black cat gathering that happens on Halloween, and all the black cats get together and go and have fun, and she's always stuck at home. But I'm pretty sure that it's okay. When you have a black cat, you have a little taste of Halloween all year round. And animals and pets, no matter what shape, size, or color they come in, are precious to all of us. And for those of you who have, just expressed such wonderful support for Sam and what he's going through, thank you. Thank you so much. He is still with us, although now he sleeps most of the time. And at night, usually, he'll get on the bed with me, and now he spends his nights separate. He wants to go into another room and sleep by himself. So I have the feeling he's starting to separate. He's starting to, enter that part of the process, and we'll just manage it as best we can. But he is comfortable thanks to the medication he's on, and I truly appreciate all of your prayers and good thoughts. And Luna's having kind of a hard time with it too, because Sam's her buddy. Sam's been her best friend for, at least 7 years, because I got her right after I moved up here. So it's going to be hard on her to not have him around. But together we'll heal. Together we'll adapt. And with grace and prayer and support and faith, we'll make it through, because I know Sam's going to be fine. And I also know I will see him again. So, yes, unless you'd like to do the prayer. So, I'm wearing my Druid white because this is also, or last night, as I'm watching this, was the Druid New Year. And it is a time that we begin anew. We begin the new year. And it's sort of that interesting kind of separation of when I spiritually and energetically end my year, and then when I end it with everyone else. So I sort of get 2 New Years, which is wonderful. And it is about letting go of what no longer serves us, of taking into account all the things that worked well. It's the time of the harvest. The last harvest has been done. And now we do that sort of emotional and energetic harvest, where we take into account all the things that we gained through the year, all the things we learned, and all the things that didn't go quite as we had hoped or planned. But everything is an opportunity to learn. And no matter what it is that we lose, there is always something that we gain. And even if it's an amazing memory of someone we love. I started off this year losing my older brother, and I think of him often. I see his face in both his children and his grandchildren. And, it is for the next 7 generations and more that we are always a part of that. He will always live in their eyes. And as Elton John so aptly put it, true love never dies. So, everyone take a nice deep breath in. And as you let it out, just release anything weighing on your body, your mind, or your spirit. And let it fall into that little imaginary basket next to you, your care basket. Because in this moment and in this space, you don't need to hold on to it. Dear blessed and wonderful Creator, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for our lives. We thank you for all the blessings that you give in each and every moment and with each and every breath. We thank you for the blessing of and ask you to bless all those in the world of nature, all those in the animal kingdom, especially those tremendously special beings that we have a relationship with, that we have our lives with, who support us, who are there to comfort us, and who see the absolute best in us. Creator, we thank you for the blessing of all the people who are out there devoting themselves to taking care of others, whether they have 4 legs or 2, whether they have fins or fur or skin. Because we know that your love exists in all things and everywhere. And we also know that if we are willing to look for it, we can find your face in the eyes of everyone around us. Because you are a part of everyone around us. You are a part of the sunlight. You're a part of the rain. You're a part of the fire that transforms. And you are also in the air that brings a cool breeze when we need it. Creator, we thank you for being what you are and what you mean to us. We thank you for the blessing of, and we bless you as the wheel turns and as we enter another season. All of those seasons are gifts from you because it allows us to learn and allows us to grow. We thank you for all the times that you were there for us, even when we might not have felt you. And we also thank you for the times that you are there with our loved ones as they go through very difficult times, and even as they go through that transition itself. Because, Creator, I know that in that last moment, all they know is joy. Because they see you. Because it is your hand that reaches out to them. Creator, I thank you for the blessing of, and ask your blessing on all of those who have passed, all of those who exist with you, all of those who look from beyond the veil, which is now at a thin point. And as they reach out, as we feel their love, as we feel them, may we be reminded that we didn't say goodbye just until we meet again. Creator, thank you for holding each and every one as precious. Thank you for treating each of us as if we are your favorite child. And Creator, I thank you for this absolutely precious gift of life that for you is the most wonderful thing that you ever gave us. And to allow us to move through transition, because then we can appreciate it and move forward and be reunited with you. Thank you for everything, Creator, and whatever it means to you. We hope you have a wonderful day and Happy New Year. For all your creation to the next 7 generations and beyond, Aho Mitak Oyasin, Ago, 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 by earth, sea, and sky, Namaste, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum, blessed be, Amen.
Good morning, everybody. Today is Day of the Dead in Mexico, and today is my honor to present this tradition to you in my home, in my own home, and in this format of a video clip. Before we do anything else, I have to tell you, I don't do this for show. This is not something I'm doing for a show or because it's funny to do it. I do it because we have done it in my home when I was a child. We did it all the time. Every year we had a celebration of Day of the Dead, and we would put the altar pretty much as you see it here. We can put all sorts of things. There isn't a mandated kind of amount of things that you need to put. But a few things have to be definitely there. First is the levels of the altar. We have on this level here is where we represent the earth plane, the material world. Then the second level, we represent the astral world, the ascension body, where we will all go when this body, this physical body, goes down to the earth. And then third, we have the spiritual level, where we put a spiritual figure, because this is a spiritual holiday, and we have to have that. Again, whichever one you feel comfortable with. If you want to put Buddha there, that's okay. If you want to put Jesus, or if you want to put an ascended master, or if you want to put an angel, that's okay. This signifies the spiritual level. We always put a little bit of salt, the salt and the water, because salt and water is not denied to anybody in my tradition. The traditional way to light a little bit of is incense. The incense is not incense, it's copal. That's what we use. That is the traditional one. And the copal or the incense will bring the prayers, and will bring everything as it comes, as it rises. It will bring the prayers and our energies to the afterworld. Other than that, absolutely, you have to put lights. You have to put candles. because this is an essential part of this Day of the Dead celebration. As you can see here, I have candles of several shapes. We put candles because one candle could be white, the wax can be white and can be short or skinny or whatever. Another candle can be a little thicker, can be red color and maybe even have a scent. But we look at the flame, and the flame is the same. It is the same in each one of these candles. In each one of these candles, we light the darkness. No matter how dark it is, you bring on a little flame. Even this little candle will dispel the darkness, will dispel the when you have lights out. All you need is the first candle to start finding your way around. So we use the candles for that reason. They signify the flame of who we really are. And other than this, we will put in here the things our ancestors like best. For example, I know Mama Gloria used to love the pumpkin pie, so I put her there with a pumpkin. I know that other people might have enjoyed cigarettes. I'll go on and put cigarettes. I'll go on and bring mole, whatever their special dish was. We in the belief that they are going to come here and they're going to enjoy these things that we put for them. And before we go beyond, we celebrate this at this time of the year, the 1st of November, 31st of October or the 1st of November, because that is where the veil between the afterworld and the material world is very thin. And we see that reflected in every culture. A lot of the cultures celebrate things at this time of the year. That's how Halloween was born. We have it, but Halloween is a completely different thing than Day of the Dead. And Halloween is the creatures of the underworld that are coming up. In Day of the Dead, we are invoking strictly our relatives, our ancestors who have been here before and who have passed away. And it's not that we are obsessed with the dead or in a morbid way. It's actually because we know they're not dead. They might be out of the body, and that is how the Aztecs refer to them, discarnated. They might be discarnated, but they are certainly not dead. The light, the real essence of who they are, will ascend to the astral level and will stay there until it's time for them to come back. And there's a period of rest, a period of learning, a period of planning. If you haven't seen the movie Coco by Walt Disney Pixar, I highly recommend you to see it, because they describe that afterworld and the whole drama of what goes on between death and life, all the unresolved businesses that go on, because your father never forgave you for something you did, you never forgave your mother for something you did, all about how much love you got or didn't get, how much forgiveness you got or didn't get, how much they gave you or didn't give you. So here we are learning to forgive, forget, and we do this exercise every year. Eventually the penny drops, like I have seen in a lot of people, and they say, yeah, I forgive now, I liberate myself from this burden of feeling that my mother didn't love me or my father didn't love me. And I liberate, at the same time, I liberate my parents from that feeling of failure. There is a Nahuatl blessing that speaks very clearly about this. And I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It's going to come in the screen. And I will be reading it And I ask you to bear with me, and we will be putting this later on so you can have it. It's an hour blessing that says, it was found from the 17th century, found in central Mexico, forgiveness, detachment, and liberation. And it reads, I liberate my parents from feeling they failed me. Great one. I liberate my children from feeling they must make me proud and to let them follow their own ways according to what their hearts whispers to them all the time. I liberate my partner from the obligation to complete or make me happy. I am whole and complete. I thank my parents and ancestors who came here before me so I can be here too. I bear my soul in front of them so they know that I'm not hiding anything, and I walk as my heart wisdom dictates. I renunciate from the role of the Savior and the role of being the pleaser. I have learned everything through love and only through love. I bless my essence and my ways of expressing even when I'm not understood. I understand myself as it is me who have lived my story, and because I know myself, I respect and approve myself. It's a great blessing. It's a great thing to do during Day of the Dead when you're doing these rituals, because this is really what it's all about. This forgiveness, detaching, liberating your family, liberating your dear ones, so they can go on and follow their way. And so you are free to continue to go on and follow your ways too. So we're going to do a little exercise to help us with this liberation that is really complete necessity before we can be at peace with the people who have passed away and with those that are here, of course, but certainly even those that are passed away, because these things carry through lifetime. And it's better to liberate yourself now when you're conscious, when you're aware, when you have it all in focus, and not have to come back and learn it all over again. So the exercise I am going to do is very much important when you're doing this work. Without it, your work will not be as powerful. It will not have as much of the impact, because you will not have the strength of the beloved behind you. And so what we're doing is we're going to anchor, ground ourselves, and we're going to connect with Source. An awful lot of you know how to do this, but I ask you to do it with me. I do it a little bit different. I learned a few things that are more impacting and more, for me, they work better. So, first of all, we stand up with your feet apart slightly. It's just about as wide as your shoulders. Your hands are facing up because you are making a statement that you are open to receive what is coming to you, and you are open to give out what doesn't serve you, and to release what needs to be released. So we stand there with our feet open. If you don't want to stand, it's okay to sit down. The main thing is keep your spine straight and keep your feet on the ground so that there is that feedback. And if you have no shoes, even better. Your spine is straight, your feet on the ground, hands up, and we breathe in and in. And breathe out and out and out through the mouth, long and slow. One more, breathing in and in, and out, and out and out. Through your mouth, long and slow. And one more, in and in, And then breathe out and out and out. With the next out breath, we're going to visualize a root coming, women, from your second chakra, or below the umbilical cord, and men from the coccyx, first chakra. And the root begins to grow down through your legs, into your feet. Beautiful, strong root. And your feet converge the coccyx, the right foot and the left foot, and become one single root, penetrating through, crossing your own earth chakra, which is about 40 centimeters below you, and going all the way down to the center of the earth, the heart crystal of the earth. Wrap yourself around it and bring back the energies from Mother, the nurturing, unconditional acceptance, always there for you, and your relationship with the material world, your relationship with wealth, your relationship with others. So you bring all that through, all the way up to your heart. And we pause. I'm going to have to close this one because it's giving off a scent. Sorry about this. It's a scent that makes me cough. So, we have the energies of Mother here, the energies of Gaia. And then we visualize from way above a ray of white light coming down through your crown chakra, which is right there, entering the body into your crown chakra, coming down to Ajna, your throat center, and into your heart. As it comes into your heart, becomes liquid white light, and it bathes your heart with this loving, revitalizing, re-energizing energy, and it mixes with the energies of Mother Earth. And once it mixes, you make a visual that is distributing through all your body, your physical body, and also your other bodies, astral body, your spiritual body. We all have them. So once you have a sense that these two energies are running through, you are connected and you are anchored. And we look at those two energies that have lit a candle in your heart. So visualize a beautiful flame in your heart, a golden light in your heart, the who you really are. When everything else is gone, this flame will remain, and is the one that is going to join into the astral world, and then eventually, hopefully, to be one with God. So we are now focusing here, we are now anchored, we are now connected. We can sit down. Go ahead and sit down for the next part. If you are comfortable standing up, continue. Otherwise, please go ahead and sit down. Before we can liberate, forgive and forget, we have to be liberated, forgiven and forgotten ourselves. And so this part is a very brief way of helping you do that. Be at peace with yourself. So imagine that I continue to have my little light here. I'm going to have to leave it out there because, it's not going to be possible for us to do it while we are doing this, while I'm holding it. But we look at this light as though we're looking at a candle. And we notice this flame is growing, getting bigger, illuminating your heart, your thoracic cavity, and all around your body, until it becomes a shaft of light all the way, as though you are standing on a spotlight. Keep your feet on the ground, continue that connection, and know that you're one with God at this point. So growing and growing, you are on a shaft of light, on a spotlight. Now notice, this spotlight is about the size of your body, a little bit beyond your body, about 30 centimeters or so. And notice that the light is concentrating in a certain area. Right now in the heart is where it's the strongest. It's everywhere, but we see a band of light all around us. We see a band that is all around us, and that is circulating, is encasing us in this shaft of light that we're here right now. Now this band of light is going to help you dispel any densities, negatives, any of these things that you need to liberate today. So we're going to, as though we're the ring, imagine you're like in a hula hoop. So imagine you're going to put it all the way down to your feet. You sort of let it swirl around a little bit, as though you are dipping it on that energy, and begin to bring it up. And in every part of your body where you have a pain, a discomfort, or anything that doesn't belong in there, you're going to blow it out. So I have a lot of problem with my knees, so I do this in my knees. And I blow it out. Any problems you have here in your middle organs, and blow them out. And continue if you have tensions in your neck or your shoulders, let them go. And all the way up, and as though you dip it again onto this wonderful spiritual energy that is coming here with us. And bring it down again. Let this light permeate your brain. Any thoughts that shouldn't be there, any ideas that you're ugly, fat, rich, poor, any of the opposites, they don't exist when the light is here. Continue down to your mouth and make a point of getting out all those words that are not that are hurtful, that are not telling you you're beautiful, or that are hurtful to other people. Put the light on your ears, bathe them well, and take out all these things that you have heard that are not who you are. Anything that tells you you are less than beautiful. Take the light to your eyes. And again, anything you've seen that caused you pain, you've seen that you saw too much, You didn't want to see this much. And dispel them with this ring of light. Continue with that ring of light going down. And one more time, anytime again we find any density, any pain, a tension, or derangement of what is the most healthy, the most beautiful, the most vital you. Throw it out. Around your heart, my God. All the things we carry in this poor heart. Throw them out. Pains, hurts, they don't love you. All of that. And you let it go all the way to the to your feet again, and bring it back to your heart and just let it rest here. Breathe in and out, and let the effect of this running the energy in this way will have on your body. Breathe it in and absorb it. Breathing out soft and long through your mouth. And one more. And then relax. We have now cleansed our auras, our aura, and our physical bodies from things that don't belong in there, from degenerative processes that are natural and all that, but a lot of that is created by your own thoughts. So we let go of that that doesn't belong here, and we can continue now to the next part. This exercise you can do anytime you want to do it at home or you're feeling not too well. If you do this and you are grounded and connected, you will find that it works every time you do it. It's a wonderful exercise to do. So we are now ready for the next part. We're going to call upon these lost souls, the lost souls that are here wandering and need help. And so many of them that are around right now, between COVID, the storms, the floods, the fires, and the natural processes that go on with people. We have really a number of souls that are needing this help today, and that's why I'm delighted to be able to help to present you with this. So, coming back to where we are, starting with our bodies again, just stamp your feet a little bit and shake your hands from everything that you feel that you might have touched or have. And then let's think again of this light that we have in our chest, and this ring of light that is a concentration of this light. And we're going to let it expand and expand. Every breath is going to expand even more and more. Beautiful circle of light that is now touching your virtual partners. They may be in another part of town, they may even be in another country, they may be even not in the body, but we can access them, we can be one with them at this time with this ring of light. So once we have a sense that this circle of light has been completed with everybody who's here watching, it's outside of us, outside of the circle, encasing us, encasing this altar, creating a safe and sacred space for us to do the next part. And the next part, once we have everybody here, all the people, all our participants doing this, joining with the divine light and creating this safe space, we are going to call Mekante Kutli and Mekante Sigwatl, the Lord and Lady of the afterworld who guard the portals. So, dear Lord Mekante Kutli and Lady Mekante Sigwatl, we humbly ask you to open the doors and let those souls that correspond to be here and now with us descend and come into this circle of light, into this loving circle of godly energy, to where they can get some relief. So it's done. And those of you that are sensitive will find that the room is filling up. It's filling up with all these people who can't leave, or don't want to leave, or it's too painful for them to leave, or they feel they need to be here. To liberate them from that and to liberate us, we have 3 prayers that I'm going to be reciting, and I will ask you to do with me. Remember, you are coming from. So now we have this circle of light. We have called Mekante Kutli, Mekante Sigwatl. We just put an extra safety belt to do this because we're going to need it. So from your heart, you're going to throw 2 ribbons. One goes down into the earth, all the way unfolding. We call upon the ray, the violet ray, the ray of transformation, Archangel Jophiel, who presides and governs, to come and help us in this work that we're doing. Another purple ribbon is going up to source. And so develop this visual that you are on this purple line, ray of light, anchoring you even further and helping you transform all the energies that must be transformed, and helping those that need to be here to be liberated and to be released to do so. So we call upon any soul that is unable to transcend right now, that are already passed away, already out of the body, but they cannot go to the light. They don't know where the light is. They don't even know that they are out of the body sometimes. They just get very frustrated that nobody hears them anymore. So to those souls that are unable to transmute, we light this candle for you. It is a very good prayer to do during Day of the Dead because there is always a few of these. I am going to read it, and I will ask you to join me in this prayer. Hands in Namaste. Remember, Namaste, we're one. We're one with God. We're one with you. We step onto that place where time and distance is not important. When we are down in the material, every chakra down from down at the heart all the way down is to do with dualities, opposites. You're fat, you're skinny, you're pretty, you're whatever. But we come here, we're one. We are light, and every light is the same. So from this place of oneness, we call upon those energies that are unable to transcend. And we're going to pray. The light of God Father expands to all corners of the earth and unfolds tenderly and lovingly all of those unable to transcend to the light. I invoke Archangel Michael, so with his sword and scepter, He can be here and help them find their way beyond the darkness. With infinite love, I decree that all souls unable to depart dissolve lovingly in God Father, if that is what corresponds, or go where they need to go. So it is, it's done. So trust me, they feel relieved as much as you will feel relieved if you are trapped in a place that you don't know where you are. So this one at home, again, you can do it anytime. The next prayer we're going to do is to help anyone who has recently transitioned. Any of these, it could be your relatives, it could be, again, the victims of COVID that need to hear this, or the victims of any of the disasters that we have had, and they need to hear this. So to all those who have recently transitioned into the light, we light this candle and call upon them to come and be released. And the prayer that we're going to read is going to come in the screen. And we say, I claim, you can pray for a particular person. I'm going to say for all those that can't, but you can pray with the full name of the person. I claim eternal rest of the soul of the person you're praying for. May her inner light help him transcend ethereal pathways that he or she will have to walk. Shelter his soul and lead them tenderly to the light of your celestial angels and guide them alive, eternally alive, towards the magnificent light of your being. Almighty Eternal Father, with your Son's resurrection, you show us your great love for us on earth. Cover lovingly the transit and liberate all of those souls that can do so, that to help them liberate and release everything that could not do so here on earth. Take him or her to the presence of your celestial throne to purify his or her soul with the help of angels and archangels. Have mercy on his or her soul. Amen. And so, again, at home you can do this anytime, for any time in the future. I encourage you to keep these prayers somewhere, because when the time comes, they really are helpful. And now we're going to light a third candle. And this candle, we are lighting to help a loved one who is in the process of transition. This person that we're going to pray for is dying as we speak. It's the last moments of his or her life. And it's best done, if possible, holding the hand of your loved one with yours, and do it silently. And if more people are in the room and they all join, it'll be more powerful even so. So holding the hand, speaking softly, we are going to read and pray. With divine light over my Father's head, I declare the violet ray is here and now to help transmute all that must be transmuted. With the violet ray, I declare here and now and forever the holy Christic being of the person you're praying for will resuscitate beyond the light of this planet forever hereafter. Amen. And we let this settle in our minds. Keep the prayers. If you have them in a handout, you might have them in a handout because I have passed them around one other time. So we're now going to remember we have this cordon, this ribbon of purple light coming from our heart. We are going to throw there all the grief that we might have felt and be transmuted to joy. And throw it all there, and put it all there. Let your heart be invaded with this violet ray, and feel that indeed you don't need to carry any of this grief. You might have felt it, the fear, all the things that a person who's in this situation might feel. So we let it go, bring our heart into the normal place, and we're going to close now. Once you feel that you are now liberated from that heaviness or anything that might have come, we're going to close the circle, and we're going to thank humbly and profoundly Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Michael especially, who were here to help us do this work, and all the other archangels, guides, gurus, angels, beings of life, or anyone who might have been here helping, aiding this work that we're doing. Thank you very much to dear God, Mother, Father God, for being here and helping us do this. And thank you, each of you, for being here with us today and helping us create this wonderful circle that we have created. Amen. Namaste, everybody. That means you are one and I am one with you. Thank you.
Across the golden bridge of memory, between this world and heaven, the cemetery, we reach out for your wisdom. We treasure you. Our hearts are open. Our hearts are full. Full, full, full of you. Full, full of you. Oh, we are calling you, dear ancestors, dear friends. Oh, we are loving you from beginning to the end. Beginning to end. Across the golden bridge of memory, between this world and heaven, the cemetery, we reach out for your wisdom. We treasure you. We reach out for all you give. Our hearts are full. between this world and heaven, the cemetery, the cemetery. We reach out for your wisdom, we treasure you, we hold you in our hearts and souls are full. Oh, we are calling you, our ancestors and our friends. Oh, we are loving you from beginning to end, from beginning to end, from beginning to end. We release the pain, we release the unfinished sorrow that aches in our heart. We release the old way of being and hope with you to build a new start. Oh, we are calling you, dear ancestors and friends. Oh, we are loving you from beginning to end.
Thank you for joining us for this celebration of faith and fellowship. We'll be back next Sunday, and for those of you, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comments section. If you appreciate this video and the work that the Center for Creative Living is doing, please press like on the video. You can share the video, and also please subscribe, because that will help this community and the church grow. Remember, in these difficult and challenging times, the opportunity to give and support an organization that has done so much for the community is tremendously important. Please help the Center for Creative Living continue in the wonderful work that it does. We will make it through this. We will be stronger for it. Our faith will carry us. Be blessed, be safe, and have a wonderful week.